Yeah. Twins pod.
Man, ThugNasty, how did you get that nickname?
Dude, I can't even talk about it, man. And
I know who you got it.
you know, I mean,
ThugNasty. Put two
come on,
together.
man. They know me back home, and here's the thing: is like, if I told people the story of my life, there's elements of it that people wouldn't even believe.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but some of the things I've done, I could tell you here, and people just wouldn't believe it. They'd be shocked, you know. But
what was life like growing up? I know we grew up. We were very poor. Yeah, and we grew up in Virginia, in the South, just like you, in Arkansas.
Well, shoot, I had it pretty good. Didn't have a dad there, but I think that helped with really flourishing into who I am, being like, that's probably where my hatred for the government comes from, you know. It's like having no father figure, so having that kind of rebellious spirit. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. You ain't my daddy, bitch. You know, like you know.
I had that same attitude when I went to boot camp. They straightened my ass out real quick.
U.S. Marine Corps.
They
straightened your black ass out real quick.
I believe
that was a great experience. Can you share any of the attributes that led to your name of ThugNasty?
Shoot, man, I was.
If you want to, you don't have to.
I was known as rough and tough, man. You know, I can tell you some
bar
stories.
fighter.
I can tell you a story.
Yeah.
Now look,
I just saw a switch flip on you.
Well, I was a different person back then, anyways. I'll tell you a story about this. For example, after I tell you the story, you'll know why they call me ThugNasty. Okay, but look, this statute of limitations got me covered. So.
A smart man.
Well, fuck all these naysayers.
Right.
And here's why I am ashamed of my actions in the story, but at the same time, I saved the guy's life.
Okay.
Now, to save his life, I had to beat his ass.
Hey, sometimes you need a good ass whooping. That's what my dad used to tell me all the time.
And this is what happens, guys. So I'm sitting here. Pee Wee coach calls me up. I ain't talked to. Ain't his real name. We're just gonna call him.
Okay.
Coach Bobby.
Coach Bobby. Bobby Knight.
Okay, so Bobby calls me up. I ain't seen Bobby in 20 years.
Okay.
Bobby calls me up. He says, Bryce, I love you so much. I just love you, man. Good to hear from you. I said, what's up, Bobby? I love you too, man. What's up? He says, look, man. And people knew that I could, like, fight and just wasn't scared to fight. You know, I'm not this is back in the day. I didn't even have a lot of training back in the day, but I was just known as a guy who just wasn't scared to fight if I had to. I didn't get in a lot of fights, but I wasn't scared of nobody.
Yeah. How old were you at the time?
This is my teens.
Okay.
So Bobby calls me up. He says, hey, man, I need a favor of you. I said, well, what's up? What do you need? He says, I need you to beat this dude's ass. And we're going to say dude's ass is named Billy.
Okay.
Now, you got to remember, Coach Bobby is 20, 30, maybe 40 years my superior.
Okay.
And he's asking me to beat Billy's ass. So I'm thinking, well, shit, I'm going to really need a good reason, because here's the thing. I went to school with Billy. Me and Billy sat by each other in class. Now, Billy was a quiet kid. We weren't ever friends. We didn't ever talk, but I never had a problem with Billy. I never had one incident with Billy where I wanted to do anything bad to Billy. So I'm sitting
what the hell did Billy do?
So I'm like, what the hell did Billy do? The coach says, well, he'd been fucking my wife.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Billy's been fucking my wife. So Bobby says, look, if you don't go over there and beat Billy's ass for me, like right now, he says, look, I'm going to kill him with a baseball bat. Now, you got to understand, Coach Bobby. Coach Bobby's passed away now, so that's why I don't really mind sharing some of this story. He's an older guy. But Bobby, he's already got felony charges. Coach Bobby, he's fucking nuts, man. And Coach Bobby, he was like in Pee Wee football, man. Like, if you disrespect Coach Bobby, he's going to beat your ass right there in the field. You know, but I love Coach Bobby. That's what I love about him.
How the hell Coach Bobby passed the background check?
He don't give a fuck, you know? And so Coach Bobby says, yeah, I'm going to use a bat. Now, here's the thing about Coach Bobby. He's already got the murder weapon picked out. He's already had felony charges for attacking dudes with bats, because there was another dude that was fucking his wife, and he went up to a party, and he kicked in the door with the bat, same said bat, and he proceeds to knock everybody unconscious, almost beats people to death with this bat, but there was over 10 people there. Well, Coach Bobby, he don't care, dude. He just running there. And these was all kids as teenagers, but one of these teenagers was fucking his wife. So he went in there.
Sound like Coach Bobby's married to a whore, or he's not fucking her right.
Or both.
Probably a little of both, right?
If I was afraid of Coach Bobby, I said, man, I think you need a new woman.
That's what I would have said too. But here's my proposition. Here's where we're at. Billy's gonna die tomorrow. And Bobby says, look, I'll give you $300. Go over there and beat Billy's ass.
That's premeditated. That's first degree.
I said, look, so you're telling me if I go beat Billy's ass, you ain't gonna kill him. You ain't gonna beat him with his baseball bat to death. He says, yeah. He said, I'm cool. If you just beat his ass real good for me, I'm cool. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
And I said, you're gonna pay me $300. He said, as soon as you get done, I'll pay you $300.
You cheat, man.
It's
Well,
back
at
in
least
the day.
got like 2,500.
I was a teenager, man. I didn't give a fuck.
That's a lot of money for a teenager. Yeah.
You know. And so I'm thinking $300, and this dude's a chump, anyways. You know, he was bigger than me, but he don't train or nothing. He just, you know, but he was big. Like I was thinking, you know, I better fucking cheap shot him good. You know? And like I said, and I wasn't a Christian during any of this either. So right now, my moral obligation would be, look, I'm hurting somebody because of somebody else's sin. I'm not getting wrapped up in somebody else's sin. I have no moral compass. I have no God in my life. Okay, this is a different area in my life, guys. And so
Bryce Mitchell.
I'll beat your ass for $300, especially if you fucking Bobby's wife.
Yeah.
You know, and shoot. So it was Halloween week, and so Bobby says, "Look, I know where Billy's at. He's at the bar with my wife right now." And
he need his ass whooped.
yeah,
At the bar out in the open.
out in the open, man.
In Arkansas, everybody know each other.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like small town, and you're sitting there.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you know what, this guy
Bobby
deserves.
need his ass beat.
He needs his ass beat, because if not, he's gonna get killed. You know. So
yeah.
I'm like, fuck it. Well, you know, when you want me to do this? He says tonight.
Yeah.
And he says, I know where they're at right now. He says, here's the bar. Here's the titty bar is what it was. But
It was in a titty bar.
he's at the titty bar, dude. But yeah.
This story keeps getting better and better.
Yeah. And the titty bar's having a Halloween night, so everybody's dressed up. But look.
This shit will only happen in Arkansas.
Well, that's how I got set up right there, because I had the perfect entry, because I dressed up like a burglar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got that was my costume. I was sitting out in the parking lot with a ski mask on.
Yeah.
And look, I don't ride motorcycles, but one of my motorcycle buddies, he gave me a pair of hard motorcycle gloves, and you know, it's some ones with the hard shell on the knuckle, hard shell on the back fist.
Right.
I put a pair of hand wraps on. I taped the hand wraps. I put the motorcycle gloves on top of that and cut the fingertips off, because I knew I was going to grab this motherfucker. You know, so I got my fingertips cut off, hands just a solid brick, just two bricks in my hands.
Right.
Got my ski mask on, and, you know, well, first off, how did I get to the titty bar? My getaway driver, he's just drunk as piss. Yeah, I called up my best friend to be my getaway driver.
Yeah.
You know, he's
drunk.
Oh, dude, he'd been drinking like a fish that night.
This is some Arkansas shit, right?
So, we pull up to the titty bar.
Yeah.
And they got cameras in the parking lot. And I'm like sitting here telling him, I'm like, buddy, look at these cameras. And he's, oh, dude, I know the owner. He says he'll let me beat any of these back. He said I could beat any of these dudes' asses. We'll get the cameras took care of, dude. Don't worry about it. Just beat his ass. Let's get the fuck out of here. And we're thinking, okay. You know, and I'm trying to get everything done quick, because, like I said, now I drug my best friend into this, but he owed me one anyway. So, motherfucker, you better come through on this one. And so we're sitting out there. He's drunk. And all of a sudden, Billy comes out. He got his arm around the chick, too. And so I'm thinking, okay, it's time to go, you know. So,
Billy's got it coming.
yeah, and I'm all wrapped up and everything. So they took a right to their car over there. And right when when they started walking to their car, they first walking straight out the door. Mm-hmm. And then before they started turning, I'd walk by them. But I'm in a ski mask, gloved up, but it's a Halloween party. I'm just dressed up like a burglar. They don't think nothing of it. Yeah. So I walked about 2 to 3 feet beside them, looking straight at the door. I never looked at them to make them suspicious, and they're probably a little bit drunk anyways. They're not thinking I'm about to get cheap shotted. So he walks by me, and then I turn around, and he gets about 3 feet by me, 4 feet, I don't know, and he starts to turn. That's when I turn, come up, left hook, put him out, but I knew to get my $300, I had to bust him up. So I started throwing knees, I started throwing elbows, and he was out, but he was still like doing this. He was like trying to grab me, but he wasn't really grabbing. He was kind of like stiff, and I was just like, fuck you, you know, just hitting him. And then at some point, I'm like, you know what, this is enough. I need to get out of here. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I'm floating in the air. My feet's doing this. Oh, yeah? I'm dangling. My ski mask's been pulled over my head. Mm-hmm. Now, the only thing that's going to lift me up is somebody about 6'6". Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, I hear a good old boy behind me. He said, you better fucking quit squirming. Then I feel about 3 other good old boys around me. I'm talking hands on me. One of them up under the armpits like a forklift, lifted my ass up. I'm doing this. And he said, stop squirming. I said, look, guys, I surrendered. The job is done. I said,
The jumper's dead.
I mean, dude's sitting over there like, oh, what the fuck is going on? You know, he don't even know what hit him, you know. But honestly, I saved that motherfucker's life, so he better not be mad at me. He better not come to retaliate. I'll beat Billy's ass again.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways.
I think you might have saved 3 lives.
I saved everybody's life. Let me tell you what. And then, so old boy got me up, right? And this is when my best friend come to save my ass again, time after time. I think we're spiritually connected, bro, because like every time there's been some physical altercation, my old boy comes through. So I'm sitting there, ski mask over my head. I feel 4 dudes around me. One's got me up like a forklift. And then I hear my buddy just drunk as hell over there. Now, he's a big dude. He's a big, scary dude. One of the good old boys that's got me hoisted up in the air says, hey, he's with him. He's with him. Now, my big dude that's with me, he demands all the attention. You see what I'm saying? He's 260. You see what I'm saying? So we're talking, you know, if he's in on it, you better get him under control. And one of them saying, hey, he's in on it. So the old boy that's lifting me up, he puts me down, the big 6'6" one. And then at that point, there's only one dude holding me. He's got me in a straight up old school headlock, like a bully choke like that, you know, but his dude's fat as hell, man. It's just like they let the fat dude hold me. And straight up, like he's squeezing as hard as he can, but I got so much room to jiggle my head. And as soon as they let go, all the attention gets diverted to my buddy. And I back my head out. Boom. I push my head out, and I just take off running down the road. Now, we already had a plan. I didn't have no phone, no ID on me or nothing, just in case I had to hit the woods. Because, I mean, this is where I grew up. I know the woods, you know. So if I can just get a head start, and none of these motherfuckers will ever catch me on foot. None of these DEA, CIA, FBI, none of these bitches are gonna catch me on foot in the Arkansas woods. you ain't gonna do it. You're gonna have to have lasers, hounds, all sorts of shit. The night vision. You ain't gonna catch me on foot, bitch.
Yeah, you know, playing this pretty good.
And I'm out, and I hit them woods. I'm just running as fast as I can. A good old boy, that 6'6" one, he starts chasing me. Hit boy chased me a half mile down the road. Now, half mile, the other 3, there were 4 people holding me. Only 3 of them chased me. One was a fat dude. He didn't even try to run.
Yeah.
You know, he's too fat.
He knew better.
He knew better than that. And so all of them chase after me, all 3 of them. But then it comes down, and after about 200 yards, the other 2 stop chasing me. Then it's just a 6'6" cowboy. He's in cowboy boots with a cowboy hat on. He said, you little bitch, I'm going to beat your ass right now. He said, you're running like a little bitch. And we get a half mile out. It's just me and him on a dark road.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm about to turn around and whoop this old boy's ass. Then thank God he stops chasing me, because then I could just keep kind of jogging and patiently. Then my getaway plan was, at the time, have my ex-girlfriend sit at Walmart all night. If I didn't call you, just stay at Walmart, because Walmart's over 10 miles away. I've never even run this far in my life. So I'm just running down this dark road thinking, oh, shit, you know, I knew I fucked up. We got caught for sure. I'm fucking going to prison. You know, I think I'm safe now because statute limitations.
Right.
That was over 10 years ago, so I'm fucking in the
You were a
clean now.
teenager, too.
I was a teenager.
You're under 18.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Even
So-
if it wasn't statute of limitations, they would treat you as a juvenile.
Right, and so basically then I got to the Walmart 10 miles away. Got away with that one, but I would never, under any circumstance, do some shit like that again.
Were you in track? What did you do in high school, sports-wise?
I did cross country.
Okay.
I mean, I can run.
Oh, yeah, nobody's catching
These
your ass.
bitches ain't catching me, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm straight up, especially in the woods. No.
I remember the cross country dudes. Ain't nobody kicks.
And I grew up in the woods, too. I could sprint through woods. That's a whole different skill set.
It is finally here. Yep. Look at that beautiful package. Looks black man proof. Here it is right here. Yeah. It's professional. Look at the short to him. Damn, but you are a fucking idiot. That's enough, Kevin. I said it's enough. Oh man, that is tasty. Yeah? Yeah. Can I have some? Hold on. I feel like a new man. 90 plus ingredients. Good health. Brain health. It's got lion's mane. Ashwagandha. Kind of got like a green tea flavor. It's a great drink, man. If you trying to live a healthy life, Optimal Human, man. Optimal Human. Yeah. Optimal Human. OptimalHuman.com/Hogs20. You get 50% off.